Hi, I'm Sandy Zuniga, the founder of Colorado Springs Town Tidings. Be in the know, on the go for all things Colorado Springs delivered right to your inbox. Today, in our local business spotlight, I have the pleasure of introducing Gallery 113, an artist owned and operated cooperative featuring a diverse collection of works by local Colorado Springs artists, including painting, sculpture, pottery, jewelry, and so much more. Located downtown on North Tejon. Now, since we are doing artists, I decided to put my little artistry flowers on. So I'm going to play along. So joining us today are two of their talented artists, Dana Stoner and Denise Duker. Welcome, ladies.
Hi,
Hi.
good to be here.
Yeah.
Thanks for covering our gallery.
Yep, we appreciate it.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so thrilled, especially since you're going to go ahead and give us a tour quickly. And I see all of the fun stuff behind you. So I'm excited to get started.
Okay. Do you want me to
So,
start at the beginning of the gallery or?
yeah, let's get through a few questions just to set it up a little bit, and then you can go ahead and show us. So Gallery 113 is a cooperative with artists running the business themselves. How does this artist-owned model impact the art, the atmosphere, and the overall experience for visitors? I think that's a good start, and then we'll go through it.
Okay, well, we're 18 local artists and we each have a job in the gallery. So and we run the gallery. We show up and do we need to shut that door? Yes. So we run the gallery. Susie McDowell is here today, and she's actually taking care of customers today. So we don't have, we keep our overhead down, and then we don't pay a commission, so our prices are better. I've been in other galleries that take 50% commission.
Right.
So that really drives the prices up when you do that.
So people can afford to buy art and we can afford to make it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
So because you're a co-op and all in there, then you don't need to pay commissions for the space itself because you're part of the co-op. Is that correct?
right. And the way it works is um, there's usually a wait list for artists that want to be in the gallery. And then if the person who is kind of the gatekeeper for that, if she feels that a person's work is gallery quality, then there's a juried process. You know, the artists meet and take a look at gallery ready work. And if we all like it and there's open space, we vote either yay or nay to have people in. Once you are admitted, then you pay for your space, but you don't pay commission.
Okay.
And so yeah, it works. It works really well.
Yeah, that seems very different, but it seems like a great opportunity for all of you and also for the customers that come in.
Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
So then that allows you to, I assume, have so many different artists and modalities and all that kind of inside, as
Yeah,
opposed to just a regular gallery.
there's a number of mediums here. Uh, Denise paints acrylics, oils,
Yeah, oils, acrylics,
watercolors.
watercolors. And then, we have a woodworker, amazing Al Bach is our woodworker. We have a jewelry artist, Susie Gardner, and then two photographers now, many painters.
Yes, I'm a
Yeah.
wildlife photographer.
Okay.
It's what I do. And then we have Susie. You want to be on here? Hi.
Come on.
Susie McDowell. She's another painter we have here.
Hello,
Hi, Susie. Nice to see you.
and I work in acrylics and alcohol ink, little bit of watercolor.
She does really good.
Great. We can't wait to see your work when we have the tour.
Yes.
We have two potters.
Yeah,
We have two potters.
Lindy Iconis and Jane Hamoud, and
Okay.
both there. And the point of it is, we have so many artists, but everybody has a unique and different style. So it's very diverse. When you walk in, it's very diverse.
That's part of the juried process. And some of us have been in a number of galleries. I've been in a lot of galleries between Colorado and Florida. This is just a good group of people here. So it's fun to work with people that you like.
Right.
So we work good together.
And we have the best first Fridays of any gallery in town. And
Right.
we have complimentary wine and often chocolate as well.
Yes, complimentary wine and chocolates.
The first Friday of every month. So people can gallery hop. There's many galleries down here as well, which makes it really fun for people to come down. They can
Right.
gallery and just make it a wonderful evening in Colorado Springs. You can come downtown.
Yeah.
From
That's
5 to
great.
8.
From 5
Yeah.
to 8 p.m. And part of the juried process, we have a lot of really talented people in here, but also you don't want to have two people whose work looks exactly the same.
Right.
So, so it's kind of nice because we are really varied and it's just a fun group.
And very diverse, which is great. You get everything all in one place.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Great. Well, what's the one thing you want visitors to feel or experience when they step inside your Gallery 113? And since you're gonna let me know that, then we can go take a walk around.
Okay. One of the things that I think is significant is people come in and there's so much art that does we're in this area here that really it incites a creativity in Colorado Springs and the mountains and the animal life. It really it causes a creativity. And I think that a lot of times, even on dreary days, people can come in and they still get a good dose of beauty. They see the moody images, they see the happy mountains. It's just it brings you can they see how they can bring it and put it in their home and be happy about just the beauty that we live in.
Yeah, and the sky is so phenomenal here. It's constantly changing. The light changes constant, and our seasons are just phenomenal. So, I mean, it just punches you with color constantly, and light changes, and the clouds moving, and rain, the constant change of it. It's just constant. Oh my gosh, I have to get out there and paint that now. Oh, wait, now it's snowing. Wait, now, no.
Or wait, there's a bear in the backyard.
Let me get out my acrylics or my camera.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I love it. So, how about you take us around and let us know kind
All
of
right.
what you got?
I think I'll take you outside the front door. Want to put that down? Okay, we'll take you out front so you can kind of see what it looks like from the beginning. Is that
Oh, that's perfect.
okay? We'll wait just a minute.
It's
So-
so beautiful. Just inside it, we're seeing the inside too.
Oh yeah, so much color. So when you come by, you first see our sign. Can you see that? And
Yes?
our little awning. And then we always have artwork in the front windows. And then you come into this nice inviting. I'll try to do this smoothly. I forget I need to walk smoothly here.
We got the ceiling. It looks beautiful.
You didn't get the roof of my mouth right then. Okay, so here's Karen Standard. She is the president of the gallery and the longest member here. We have Wendy's Pottery. She's one of the potters. April's work is just
Okay,
beautiful.
you can just slow down a little bit when you show it so we don't get motion sick.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm just
okay.
getting everybody in, and I'm not experienced at this part. So
You are good. So whose work is that?
this is April Starks.
Okay. Oh, very unique.
Yes, she does beautiful work. Everybody in here does beautiful work.
Yeah, go back to the pottery.
Okay.
Since that was pretty quick.
Yeah, Wendy Iaconis' work. My favorite of hers is the horsehair pottery. I don't want to pick it up.
I can do it.
And Denise will be my lovely model here.
Perfect.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
And how she
interesting.
does this is when she fires it and takes it out of the kiln, she'll just throw horsehair on it and it makes this wonderful organic, almost like a watercolor effect. And it just burns right into it.
Wow.
You might not have caught Karen's work. Karen, she's the president of the gallery. She does painting, she teaches.
Okay.
Several of us artists have prints and cards. So there's
Okay.
always affordable small works too. Now this is Denise's work.
Oh, how beautiful.
Yeah. And so she's featured,
Wow.
you're featured next month, and that's a new painting that she brought in tonight or
Oh,
today.
Denise, that's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Yeah, her color's really nice. And this is Albox wood turnings. And we have a little bit of Susie Gardner's sculptures on there.
Okay.
Um,
Beautiful.
yeah, this one down here it's a tree with golden leaves and a swing with a little girl in it. You probably can't see it that well.
We saw the leaves. The little girl was hard to see.
Okay, let me pick it up. Can you see
Oh,
it?
yes, yes.
It
Oh,
looks
swinging in
good.
the tire.
Yeah, I love that piece. The problem is I have to remember I need to make more than I bought. So, so this is Gail Gross. She does third relief. Beautiful stuff. It's really 3D. It's a lot of texture in her work.
Yeah, we can actually see it. It's another gorgeous
Yeah,
display.
another medium. Yeah. Yeah, you can see it's 3D. It's just beautiful. Try to move very easy here. Hopefully I'm doing okay. I'm not a videographer, you know?
You are perfect.
So this is Irv Middle Mist. He does it's mixed media, so he will actually use parts of real aspen bark in his pieces. So
Yep, I see it on the side.
yeah, that's texture also. Okay, and there's more Karen's work back there. This is Mary Gorman's work. She paints on silk.
Oh,
It's really beautiful. These are her kind of quirky, fun little pieces there on the wall. Now, Susie Gardner, I mentioned that does sculptures. She also does jewelry,
oh,
and
right.
it's beautiful. I've bought some of her jewelry before myself. Again, I need to make more than I spend. So, this is Susie McDowell's work that you met Susie.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful work. She does some of the alcohol inks where the colors really pop. A lot of aspens, mountains, waterfalls, snowy pictures. This is Kim LaRousse's work. And she is self-taught. She's really great. Really beautiful work again. This is the other photographer. This is John McCluskey. And he does landscapes and some night photography too.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Now, this is my work. I have a lot of work here. There'll be more and different work for the show. But I don't know if you can see, like, for instance, this guy. I get a lot of things. Now, this is, can you see what's happening
Oh,
there?
yes.
Yeah, there was an interesting fight. The heron actually won. It's called Snake Snack to Go.
Oh, boy.
And there's some bighorn sheep. There's a grizzly bear. I don't know if you can see that. And I was up in Alaska where you could see the grizzlies outside the window. So I decided to put a grizzly outside the window.
Oh, wow.
This is a new little elk that was born. Hummingbirds. I do a lot of bears and bobcats. You can see this little guy. He's the happy napper. His mom was down below looking at me like she's going to take my scalp off. This is Kathy Jackson's work. Just gorgeous, gorgeous paintings. And here's more of April's. She also paints on wine glasses, coasters, various things. This is Terry Homick. She does a lot of crows. She has crows that actually come to her yard, and they're just friends, and she likes to paint them.
Oh, okay.
She does a lot of abstracts too. This is Mary Sexton's work. She does pastels. I've watched her work. She does neat things. She does sometimes they're like everyday occurrences, but you realize the beauty in everyday in her
True.
work.
And what's interesting about that, from what I can see, it actually looks like a a photograph.
Yeah, I think it's really, really nice work. I'll have to show you some. She and Jane Hamoud are featured this month, so they have some things in the window. There is in front of you Carrie Pelto's paintings. You can see the colors are he gets those sunset colors so beautifully. And there's the little boy with the wonder of splashing in the water. I don't know if you can see that. Um, this is more of Jane Hamoud's work. She's a potter. Let me take you up front to show you more of Mary Sexton's work too. I love, of course, I would love this piece, but it's a photographer. She's taking pictures of the mountains. And then over here is more of Jane Hamoud's pottery. And then you can see the street out there. I don't know if the glare from the street is too much or not. Hopefully I got everybody's work.
Yeah, it looks like it. You did well.
Okay. And hopefully it's smooth enough.
Yeah, it's good enough.
Okay. Hopefully you can use it. I lost my coworker here.
Yeah, what happened to Denise?
You know what? Artists tend to be kind of flighty. She's probably off somewhere. Denise, goodness, she's out of control. She's a wild woman, is what she is.
An officer here for the break.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. She had important business to take care of.
Okay.
So now, what else can we talk to you about?
Yeah. So where did the 113 come from gallery?
I believe that was the original address. We haven't always been in this location.
Okay.
And so when we moved, they kept the same name. I've been with the gallery for 7 years, I believe. And so that was before I joined, but yes.
Yeah. Okay. I was thinking, I know you don't have 113 co-ops in there.
No,
So
we
I can't say
don't.
that.
No, we have 18. So it used to be at 113 North Tejon.
Right.
Yeah,
Now we're 2025
right. Now we're at 125 North Tejon.
and move for a bigger space.
Yes, it's a nicer space than what they had originally.
Well, thank you for showing us around. That really was helpful, and just a beautiful place. So now that you showed us Gallery 113 in general, and it features a diverse range of art forms, can you share a story about a particularly memorable piece or artist that exemplifies the gallery's commitment to showcasing local talent? Now, I know you have plenty of them, so it might be hard to pick out, but we love stories here in Colorado Springs Town Tidings. So if there's anything in particular that is just a great interaction you had with somebody, or somebody just came in and just fell in love, or something. Anything come to mind?
Well, we do get a lot of people that just love the gallery. I've got a customer from California who has contacted me. She'll say, I'm going to be in town again and I want more bobcats, or just, and
Story.
Denise has a story, but I want to also mention that we just won gold for Best of the Springs in 2 categories. And
Nice.
maybe you could help her. And yeah, so it is a favorite gallery of a lot of people. I mentioned it the other day and there was a woman in here. I said, we just won gold and for being Best of the Springs, the most, and she said, well, I know it's my favorite, so yeah, but Denise is
Yeah.
gonna tell you something.
I
Yeah,
had
come on in into frame so I
Okay.
can see you. There you go.
I had a painting, I called it the South Fork Angler. My stepdad was a fly fisherman. And so, and I really loved it. It's fisherman, he's fishing and rocky and everything. And this woman came in and she wanted to know exactly where it was. She said, you said the South Fork, of the Platte or wherever. And I was like, yeah, it's like, and she said, it has to be that. She said her husband had just passed away and that was his favorite place to fish. And it just meant so much to her to have that painting. And I had just brought it in and it made me really happy. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
It's sometimes because we're only working 1 day a month here or 2 days a month. And so when someone comes in to buy your work and you're working that day, you get that wonderful connection of who is taking your work home and
Right.
where it's going. And you hear the stories about it, why it means something to them. And as an artist, that connection with the person who buys your work and why they love it is really important.
Right. That keeps you going. That story was just beautiful. And that is definitely divine intervention or whatever you want to call it, because for you being there, for you just bringing that piece, and for her, specifically having it and coming into your gallery, there are no coincidences.
I
No,
agree.
I
That's
had
absolutely.
something similar one day. I haven't actually, I wasn't even working that day. I was in here and this guy bought a card of this. It's a photo that I call Come Walk With Me. There's um, it's a little trail through these aspen. And this guy, picked up a card with that picture. And I said, oh, well, thank you. That's one of mine. And he said, it's one of yours? And I said, yeah. And he said, he said, I came in one time and there was a small canvas of it. And he said, it spoke so much to me. He said, I had actually said that to my daughter. We were talking and he said something about, she had just said, come walk with me. And we saw that canvas. Can you hear me okay? There's some
I
back.
can. Yep.
Okay.
Good.
And he said, I didn't buy it. And he said, I felt so bad. He said, later I came back, it was gone. And he said, you wouldn't have another of that. And I said, well, I have a larger canvas of that same. And he said, oh, yeah, I want to buy that. And but it's funny because he said the same thing. He said, I'm so glad I got to meet you. And I said, I work like 19 days a year. So, and he said, but he said, like what you said, he said, that's like it's meant to be. And so he did. He bought the large canvas of it, which made me happy. But it's always nice when you feel like, because even my photographs, I feel like they're just part of my heart, and so many times. It's so funny because my husband has said before, I'll say, well, now I want to see and I want to get pictures of. And he'll say, oh, it's from your mouth to God's ears. Because it happens. Like with the little bobcat I showed you.
Uh-huh.
Seen a bobcat, we were hiking. And I said, I want one relaxing on a branch. We were up over this deep ravine. I said, it could be happening down there in all those pines, but I can't see it. Well, it was 6 or 7 weeks later. I look outside the second pine tree out from my dining room, and that's going on. The mama
Oh,
was there and the baby relaxing on a branch. But that's why my husband has said that, oh, well, it's from your mouth to God's ears because now a lot of times it does. And so, but I always do keep my eyes open and he's the most patient man. We'll see something and I'll say, he'll be driving, stop, 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 turn around. And he's just really patient, but yeah, that's what art does. Art speaks. it just speaks, and that's what you want when people come in. You want that emotional yearning and longing between the art and their heart.
Right.
If it's not that, it's not really art.
Right. And that is just, I mean, those are great stories, especially when you guys aren't there that often and you just happen to be at that time. That, I mean, you can't beat it. And for, like you said, to get that actual feedback on what drives you, what beauty you guys see in the world, and you create it. And for somebody to come in and feel the same thing or feel something because you guys created it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
that's
helping
the
feedback.
thing. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Sandy.
If it speaks to them and pulls them, that's the best, prize there.
Or even that too, and then they're inspired to go and paint. It's like, oh,
Right.
I've been wanting to do this. I need to do this, and they will often come in and share what they're doing.
Oh, wow.
That's really fun.
Yeah,
She's
that sounds special.
a lot too. So
I taught middle school art for 18
You
years.
did.
Yeah, when I retired, now I'm actually able to spend the time doing the art.
Right. Do you teach any classes now?
I, my friends keep saying, we want to take some classes. So I have this nice studio. The whole attic is my studio. And in fact, just today I was thinking, okay, I need to get these ladies over here and we need to have some fun, drink some wine and paint.
Right. Party at Denise's house.
Yeah, exactly. Bring
Yeah.
your paint. Don't worry. We're just enjoy the process. That's
Right.
the main thing.
Oh, that's
Been up there to that studio in her house. It is fun. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
bet. I bet. Great. So now we're going to get into little of some hiccups, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Tejon Street.
Oh, that
It's
heck,
been
yeah.
undergoing construction. So
Mhm.
how has that impacted foot traffic and visitors, accessibility to the gallery? And what measures are being taken to give a positive experience for those who do make it in? I know Karen was a little concerned about this, so I definitely want to address it.
We had when we first learned of it, we were really, really concerned. They were talking about doing all parallel parking. Well, there was no,
That's not gonna work.
no, there had been a poll done, and the number one problem that businesses had addressed, said this is the number one problem, was parking. And the parallel parking was going to reduce that by about 45%.
But
So
increase accidents. I get it.
yes, they kept saying, oh, it's going to be safer, and we just didn't see how that was going to be safer. We would like the parking garages made better because they're not that great. One of them near us, the elevator has been out for years. We want parking, our customers want parking available here. They don't want to have to carry art a few blocks and then into a parking garage.
Well, and people like to come down in the evening and have dinner and then walk around a little bit or shop and then have dinner. So, it's that whole downtown experience, not to just parking garage and then have dinner and leave.
Right.
So you just want to keep it more like, so you have a flow of foot traffic, families, make it accessible more for families that they can afford to park, reasonably.
Oh, yeah.
Park is right here. So,
And they want to increase the parking meter price. We're hoping that that doesn't happen. That's not good for there's been so many times people have been in here shopping and they're watching their watch. Oh, I gotta go because the parking meter is about to.
oh, and the fine is going up to $45.
Oh,
That's
my
what
goodness.
we're hoping they
45.
don't do that, but
Mhm.
yeah, they want to make more and more from the parking meters.
That's a deterrent for sure. I mean, I would like to go downtown more often, but parking when I have to pay for parking, I'm not happy in general. So I would go other places to make
Mhm.
sure that I don't have to. And then, right now I think they're running a special $1 hour because of construction. I think I
Oh,
read that somewhere, like in some of the parking garages. But, that is because they're making a mess. They need to get
right.
people in.
Yeah.
If that was the case, I would consider it more often, but it's just ridiculous, the fees. So I feel for you. You guys have a beautiful gallery right there, and you want foot traffic. You want people, the city has to realize you want people to mingle, to, just kind of go in and out and check things, not checking their watch. That doesn't help the downtown.
No, it's distracting. And there's been 27 or 28 places go out of business.
Mhm.
We don't want to be part of that statistic. They did say at this point that they do not plan to have parallel parking. They plan to leave at least our block as diagonal parking. But still, they're gonna take the center lane away, which the emergency personnel use it all the time. The fire
And
department
deliveries and stuff.
and deliveries, yeah.
Yeah.
And so they want to take that away.
So what's happening right now in your area? Is the construction in front of you yet?
No, the
good.
construction is not in front of us. It's what, like a block away?
A block away.
And then they're going to be moving up towards you?
If they have enough money,
Yeah.
they said there's a possibility they'll run out of money. You hate to say, oh, maybe, but we don't want that. I was in a gallery up in Steamboat Springs when Lincoln Avenue is the main street through Steamboat. And during the construction, it was a terrible, terrible thing for businesses. So I don't want anything like that here.
Right. So for now, people can park in front of the gallery with
People
no
can.
problem. It's just either depending on, are they coming, is it either north or south?
It's
Do you
south.
have- Okay, so south of you. So if they come from the north side, they're good. If they come from the south, they'll get hit by some of the construction, but now they can still park in front of you and you guys are okay for the moment.
Yes, it will affect us
Yeah.
because there are people, you know, if there's parking limited at the lower block, the people that would park there and walk up here, it's gonna affect us either way.
So if anybody buys any of your pieces, as long as they come before you close, can they just kind of drive up and grab them? This way they don't have to walk around.
Sure.
Yeah, as long,
Yeah.
you're always looking for open spaces,
Right.
but yeah, that we have parking in front of us.
Mhm.
You still have the center median there?
We do, so they can put on their flashers
Blinkers, flashers, yep.
and let us know, and then we
Right.
would be waiting for them, rush out and give them the painting or whatever.
Special delivery, yes. So they,
Go every way.
yep, they buy their stuff and you guys get it all wrapped and everything. They go have dinner and then they come back and they, call you up or something. Okay, I'm going right in front, and then you run out and special delivery.
Yeah, our hours are 11 to 5, but all of it, because it's run by us, there's nobody saying, oh, you got to close right at 5.
Yeah,
So
we're flexible.
yeah, we're flexible, especially in these hours where we have more daylight hours. And yeah, I've helped people if they say, oh, I'm down in the next, section after the alley or whatever. I've said, I'll just lock up for a second and help you with it down there. You know, we're
You're
just,
accommodating
Yeah.
where
we
you
are,
can.
we're just hometown people, we're not real formal.
Right.
Um, we'll help where we can.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we like that. We like for people to buy from us. We like for people to have a good experience here.
Right.
So we do what we can.
Great. And so now, Denise, you touched on this before. So first Friday, tell
Yeah.
me a little bit more about that, just so it's all in one place. And what happens and what do you guys suggest? Like where they park, where they come, and
The parking garage right on, what is it, Cascade and Bijou, right there. That's a good parking garage. And if they come early enough, they can find a place to park. But usually a lot of the artists are here for First Fridays. So you get a chance to actually then talk to various artists. And like I said, we have complimentary wine and we have the door open
and chocolates.
and
And
chocolate.
That's what I come for.
It's really fun. And we, as the artists, enjoy it because it's one of the times when we all get to see each other too. So we can catch up at the same time. And we take turns on who we have register shifts and then we have host shifts. So we always have the wine ready to go with the white and the red and the water. And yeah, it's just really fun.
Right.
the laid back. So people that, are more introverts, they tend to like to come around 5 to 6 because it's more quiet. And then after around 6 to 7, you get more and more people in. And people, it's funny because a lot of them, you may not see them during the month, and then on First Friday, it's like, oh, it's suddenly old home week, where you get to see people that you haven't seen for a while, and it's a fun party.
Right. So what are your regular hours now?
Regular, normally it's 11 to 5, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. If people want, we can arrange with anybody to come in and see something at a different time. If
So what
I've
days of the week is it open?
every day.
So Monday through Sunday, 11 to 5, and then on the first Friday of every month is it's 11 to 8.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
The
yes.
party starts at 5.
Yeah. And,
All introverts come early, and then after that, then you extroverts come out of the woodwork and
Yeah.
come on in.
Yeah,
and
it's
it's not
fun.
just our gallery either. I mean, like
No.
I said, there's several galleries so people can, especially in the summer when it's so nice, they can gallery hop.
And we have a map to show people so they can take the map and show what all galleries are participating in it.
Oh, great. So come to your gallery, check it out, get a map, go
Yeah.
walk around, and then there's other things on the street too, right? Do you have like musicians and things going on at that time, or is it just art?
Sometimes there are musicians,
Sometimes.
especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. So how can people find you?
Well, we're 125 North Tejon. So, I'm a country girl. I live in the woods on a mountainside. Is it Pike? No, it's
Acacia Park, we're basically just south of Acacia Park, where the Uncle Wilbur statue is, or fountain.
okay. We're just south of Uncle Wilbur Fountain, and what's the side street there? It's
Bijou.
Kiowa.
Bijou.
We're between Bijou and Kiowa on
Okay.
North Tejon.
It's right the center part of downtown. I mean,
It is the popular, it's the
It-
trendy
it's like
area
the hub.
here.
It's-
It
It's
is.
the place to be.
It's the place to be.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got it. And then website and phone number? Does anybody have that offhand?
We do. It's Gallery 113 COS for Colorado Springs. Oh, here we go. Let's just put it in front there. And here's the logo too. There it is. Okay, I'm gonna try to hold this in front of the mirror. Am I holding it where you can see it?
Yeah.
Just say
Okay.
the phone number.
Yeah, there's the phone. Oh, the phone number is, oh, you know what? It lit up like it was gonna take a picture of it. So the phone number is 719-634-5299. And the website is gallery113cos.com. So GALLERY 113cos.com.
Or the QR code.
Oh, and we even have a QR code.
QR code.
Aren't we upbeat
Oh.
here?
You're fancy.
We're
Okay.
fancy.
There you go. Great. So, for those listeners who want to experience Gallery 113 for themselves, what's the best way to stay updated on your events, exhibits, and featured artists? Is that on the website? Is it
On the
Facebook? Is
website? Yes, Wendy Iacon is one of the potters. She updates our website, but there's always the featured artist. There's information on the featured artist on there. There's information with examples of our work of each artist on one of the pages, the website pages. It's gallery artist, and then you can scroll down through and see each examples of each person's work. She does a good job of that.
Okay, great. And is there anything we've missed that you'd like to let our listeners or watchers know?
We do sometimes have discounts. We have a military discount. So if they mention that they're in the military, they can get 10% off. And our prices are actually, in all the galleries I've been a part of, this is the most reasonably priced because we do want people to be able, art is a wonderful thing. So we want people to be able to bring the art into their home.
Great. Is Denise have anything that she wants to add?
Just come on down. Come on down, explore the art, and because it feels good to walk around and look at the art, and it's also inspirational because everybody has a creative side, whether it's music or writing or dancing or whatever. And art, it just is, it feeds your soul. It's good for your heart.
Oh, I love that. That is great. Okay. So thank you again to Dana and Denise for sharing your passion and insight into the vibrant local art scene. For our listeners, please support our local artists and explore all of the creativity at Gallery 113 on 125 North Tejon Street. And remember, you can always stay in the know on the go for everything Colorado Springs by subscribing to Colorado Springs Town Tidings at cos.towntidings.com. You can also catch this interview and more local content on our YouTube channel. I'm Sandy Zuniga, and until next time, go out and enjoy all that our local community has to offer.
That was beautiful, Sandy. Thank you
Thank you
so